Hi there, my name is Jake Deleon. I'm the founder of Fila Manila, and Fila Manila is a maker of Filipino food products to popularize the cuisine in the US. We are very Filipino in the household. I think, every day my parents would cook a version of their food from either my dad's Ilonggo, so Iloilo or Pampanga. So every night would be either like adobo, caldereta, maybe cadyos from my dad's side. And so Filipino food was always a part of our household. My earliest memory in the food business was helping my mom and my grandma make Filipino food in our kitchen to resell to friends and family. So we used to make turon. I wanted to start Filipino food product because, in the US, Filipinos are actually one of the largest Asian American communities in the US, but actually there's almost no representation of our food on most grocery stores. In the US, Filipino American, the short form was called Filam. And then I combined it with Manila, which is of course, the capital of the motherland, right? So I combine it together, it's Fila Manila, like a nice rhyming word. It was very difficult to get some funding or to get your business off the ground. I started the company with my $1,200 stimulus check. In the US, all the citizens got $1,200 from the government as part of the stimulus package. So that's how I started the company. But as we continued to grow, it was hard to raise money. And then convincing investors that Filipino food is something exciting, is something different, it was really hard to do because most of the folks in the US, most of the investors tend to be older. If you look at some of the most hottest food flavors and food trends in the industry right now, a lot of them are Filipinos. So for example, Forbes, the New York Times, and even one of the largest flavor houses in the US have identified ube as a 2024 flavor of the year. Question that Filipino food is getting more and more accepted and people are getting more and more excited, mainly I think because of social media, because of the word of mouth of all these new amazing Filipino restaurants opening in some of the cities. But it's just a matter of time before Filipino cuisine becomes as large in the US as, say, Korean or Vietnamese. I was thinking about what we enjoyed at home or all the Filipino parties we go to every weekend. It's usually the same dishes, right? Usually on the same dishes in the aluminum pan warmer. It's like you find adobo, you find kare-kare, caldereta. So it's like, maybe the first product would be to introduce sauces where folks can cook these favorite Filipino dishes in their own home super easily. And so that's how we came up with the first product line of cooking sauces, right? So you just combine it with your favorite meat and your vegetables, and then you simmer it until it's done. And then you have instant adobo, caldereta, kare-kare at home. This is during the summer of COVID. I think the first step was, we need to go to the stores. We need to sell them through some of the stores in the US because people need to discover it when they go to the Asian section and look for their own sauces. I got an email from Whole Foods saying, Jake, we've been waiting for years for someone to do Filipino food. We'll take the entire lineup. Fila Manila is now available at... Go to the international section, go through all the sauces, adobo, kare-kare, and caldereta at Whole Foods. We're available in Whole Foods in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, and DC. Go out there and support your favorite Filipino-owned business and support Filipino cuisine.
Hey, Jake, you're so... Wow! Wow! Wow, Target likes Filipino food, huh?
They like Filipino.
You proud of Jake, Mom?
Yeah. And you're here, about well-known, adobo. Yeah. Yeah. I can believe it, really.
Social media has become such a huge part of our marketing machine. So for example, we have a TikTok account called Fila Jake, right? And then so we post a lot of TikToks about our journey, where you can find our products. We have several TikToks with hundreds of thousands of likes and views. We're still a very small business. I come from very humble roots. I didn't grow up with money. My parents are both hardworking, immigrant families with 2 jobs to support us. And so the fact that we can introduce our products on the main stage and then have my parents enjoy enjoy seeing it and see the fruits of their labor. It's very exciting. We share that with our community through social media like TikTok and Instagram. It's very humbling. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do. And then what makes me excited is that, I'm just one piece of the puzzle. If you look at the rest of the US, what's happening in pop culture, there's so many Filipinos that are making an impact on the culture of the US right now, right? Think about all the celebrities like Olivia Rodrigo, Bruno Mars, and then what's happening in the culinary scene. Like a lot of the new Michelin star restaurants are Filipino restaurants. And so, I'm just humbled to be as a very small part of like this huge movement in the US right now. Don't think you need to have a wealth of resources to start your dream. I gave you the example of how we started at Fila Manila. We didn't have any money. I started the company with the $1,200 that the government gave all of us. Some people spent it on Amazon, some people spent it on food. I spent it on building the prototypes of our Fila Manila adobo, caldereta, and kare-kare sauce, right? And I built that into the company we are today as a nationwide brand. And so, the advice I would say is that don't think that lack of resources or lack of money is your biggest limitation. I think if you work hard, you're very focused and you have a vision and you're very excited about an idea, I think that alone can really make you succeed and bring you forward to if, as opposed if you didn't do it, I hope that our cuisine, adobo, ube, banana ketchup will be as common as, bubble tea, will be as common as sushi everywhere in the US, right? So not just California, not just New York. If you go to the Midwest, if you go to Texas, you go to Florida, everybody knows what Filipino food is. They get excited. And so, as we build the company, we expand into more Filipino dishes, right? So maybe we do more condiments, maybe we do more desserts. We're just continuing to add on to this demand and excitement for Filipino cuisine. I'm Jake Deleon, and I'm proud to be Pinoy.